Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how I make my pozole. So I use pork with no bone and pork with bone. So it's usually the pork shoulder you want to use. I also use bay leaves, onion and garlic, and of course chiles guajillos. That's what you're going to use to make the pozole red, so for the salsa. So you start off with an onion. I used about a quarter, a little bit more than a quarter of an onion, and I added 2 garlic cloves to the water. You don't want to start off with too much water, but obviously enough. And then I went ahead and I added my pork bones. I believe these were neck bones. It's just basically to give it more flavor. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and start to slice, and I pretty much do it into like cubes. This is not typically the kind of pork that I get. My brother asked me to make pozole for him, so he went and he bought like everything. This one is more fatty than the one that I usually get. The one that I usually get doesn't typically have anywhere near as much fat, so basically what I did is I just like cleaned it up. So I removed as much of the fat as I possibly could. As you can tell, there's like a ton of fat on there. It turned out super delicious anyways. Obviously, like fat makes things good, but trying to stay away from that. So I went ahead and I added it to the water. Look at all that fat, guys. It was a ton of excess fat. But anyways, I went ahead, I added it to the water. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add my bay leaves. I only added 2. Bay leaves are super strong. And then oregano too. I don't think I showed that earlier, but I add oregano. This one that I got doesn't taste too strong, so that's why I used a lot. So once you have that done, you're gonna let it cook for, I don't know, like a good 3 hours on like medium to low. You're gonna go ahead and put a pan with water and add all your chiles guajillos to it so that they can come to a boil. I think this time I added like 15 of them. I just like my pozole to be super flavorful, and these are not spicy whatsoever. So once your chiles are perfectly boiled, they're gonna lose their color. So it's gonna get like a lighter red, like somewhat of an orangey color, and they're gonna get really, really soft. So that's pretty much exactly how you want them to look. The softer they are, I feel like the better they blend. So once those are done, you're going to go ahead and put them inside of your blender. There's going to be a ton of seeds, so don't worry because this is going to be strained. So all those seeds are eventually going to go away. There's a lot of people that like to clean them, but I just don't go through that mess. I'm also going to add 2 cloves of garlic and half of an onion and like about 2 tablespoons of Himalayan salt. So Himalayan salt I don't think is as salty as regular salt, so that's why I use a lot. Then you're just going to go ahead and blend it, and you blend it until it becomes this really rich, deep red. So once that's done, just go ahead and put it, I go ahead and use a bowl and put my strainer on top of it. So that's what you're going to do, just add it on there. And you're going to use a spatula to just kind of move it around. This is, I want to say, the most tedious process about making pozole, because pozole is like extremely easy to make. I feel like it's one of those dishes that's kind of intimidating, but it's really, really simple. So yeah, just mix it around until you see all of the liquid go down to the bowl. Towards the end, I just go ahead and get my spatula and just like smash it down because you want to get all that flavor, because that's basically what gives the pozole like the really, really delicious like salsa flavor. Okay, so that's the consistency that you want to look for. Somewhat thick, not too runny. And this is the hominy that I use. My husband likes the canned one. You can go from scratch and you do the other one, but I don't know, he doesn't like it. So this only takes about 20 minutes to fully cook. So I put it in there for the last like 30 minutes. So my meat has already been boiling for almost 3 hours. I want to say like 2 hours and a half. So right after I add the hominy, I go ahead and I add the salsa too. And I just go ahead and give it a really, really good stir because, there's a lot of things going on in there. So you want to make sure that it like evenly distributes. And then just go ahead and put the lid, let it boil for like 30 minutes. And as you guys can see, it gets thicker. Look at that. Everything is like perfectly cooked. Meat was falling off the bone. It was, oh, it smelled delicious. And then you don't want to forget to cut up your veggies. So I do cabbage, radishes, and onion. And then we also like to eat it with like dried chili. And there it goes. I hope you guys try it. I swear it is like authentic stuff. Your hubby is going to love it. And I'll see you guys next time.